Hey, what's going on, guys? We'll be using Stirling's Weekend in Malibu. I really had a hard time choosing between these two, Weekend in Malibu and Scott's Pine Sheep. If you hear snorting, by the way, come here. We have the we have the little Roomba, whatever it's called, running around the vacuum, and this one here. Say hi. This one here is very scared of that. And my wife's in the other room with the husky, the Siberian husky. So she's going to be with me. You may hear her sniffing under the door. So it is what it is. We are using the Maggard gel-tipped Badger fan knot. Very, very sweet. So a couple of videos ago I alluded, or actually, was it last video? I can't even remember. I had such a busy week. Yeah, I think it was last video. Anyways, this shave is brought to you by Linguophile. He actually picked the soap. So, I need to start doing the little, showing you guys 3 soaps and letting you pick through them. Again, with work and the baby coming and getting everything ready, I've been pretty much maxed out. So I'm shaving out of necessity. I'm not shaving like because it's fun. Although I have fun regardless, but it's more of like kind of a rushed type shave. All right. I definitely need a shave though. I have quite a bit of growth. Rinse out the tub. So yeah, what I had said in the last video was, I think some of you would be surprised with the soap that I would pick if I only had one soap artisan to choose from, and it would be Stirling. They have 2 different bases. They have the beef tallow, and then they have the mutton tallow, which is the sheep. And honestly, maybe it's just my skin, I can't really tell a difference. You know, sometimes at the very beginning when I first purchased the mutton tallow, because I had Weekend in Malibu prior, I said, I think the mutton tallow may provide me with a better post shave. But after using it more and using both of them more, I can't necessarily say that. Now, they're both great. Both of the bases are great. The price is awesome. It lathers very well. I could shave with this. I'm just going to add some water and talk to you guys a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you get 5.8 ounces. It's a huge tub. I'm serious. It's a huge tub. What do I have in here? Well, I mean, this is a huge brush and this is the soap. So you can tell how big the soap is compared to the brush, but I don't know what kind of representation that gives you, to be honest, because if you don't have a Stirling tub of soap, then that means nothing to you. But yeah, you get a lot of soap with Stirling. It's gonna last. It's quality, and the prices are unbeatable. Okay, let me not say the prices are unbeatable. You could buy a Colonel Conk soap, which is glycerin, and spend $2.50 or whatever it is. It's very, very cheap. And you can get a shave out of that, no problem. But what I'm talking more about is kind of like artisan type soaps. I mean, Colonel Conk's an artisan, sure. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, tallow-based type soaps. The only one that comes close and actually may surpass definitely in pricing, Stirling, is Razor Rock. Razor Rock has, this is the stray we're using for today. You're going to see a lot of like weirdness happening back here. And that happened due to the fact, that this side too. Anyways, just, I'll call it playing around. That didn't go too well for the razor, so. And like I said, you'll hear the vacuum back there. It is what it is. I had this time to shave, so I'm shaving. Not to toot my own horn, but I am really enjoying my edges. You can see all the stubble in there. I'm really, really enjoying these new edges that I'm putting on these things. It's just like, I guess it is kind of tooting my own horn, but for me, it's more like, because I'm not selling any of this, like, I'm not making a profit off of putting edges on my razors, but it's just more like an accomplishment, I believe. Something I'm proud of. Having a razor that's not only very sharp, but very comfortable. A straight razor, let me clarify. So, I could have a wicked sharp edge. But after sharpening, or after shaving with that edge, how does my skin feel? And with these, I'm calling them new edges. They're not, it's a new stone I'm using. With the new stone, I'm getting very consistent and buttery, smooth, very clean, and very irritation-free shaves. And that's what it's all about. Remember when I first got off of carts and started using DEs, I hadn't even thought about using a straight at that point in time. But when I started using DEs, I was pushing too hard and getting, actually, honestly, more razor burn than with, or whatever you want to call it, razor bumps, whatever. Getting more with DEs than I was with cartridges. And then, I started to learn how to use DE. You don't push, you just kind of drag and that type of thing. Well, now I'm kind of doing the same thing with straights, and learning that it's not necessarily how sharp you can get the razor. To a certain extent it is. You need a sharp razor. You don't want to, be shaving and then tugging on your, it pulling the hair follicle, which is eventually, or it will cause irritation. So you do need a very sharp straight, but also you need a comfortable edge. I suppose there could be guys that don't really have issues with a very sharp yet not comfortable edge. Well, what I'm calling comfortable, at least. Maybe their skin types don't have irritation after, but I would say for the majority of people, you're going to have issues with just very, very sharp straight razors. And, you know, also technique's a very big thing as far as straight razor shaving. There is no forgiving straight razor that's been honed properly. Yeah, there's no, you know, you don't have, just because this is out, you don't have this bottom bar down here to kind of protect your skin. And kind of, as before the razor gets to it, you know, that bar is kind of pushing in and the razor is just gliding on top. So you don't have that with the straight razor. It's just straight steel to face, which obviously is common sense. Everybody watching this video knows exactly what I'm talking about. Linguophile says this is kind of the same sound as like jelly or jam or whatever, peanut butter on toast. And to an extent, yeah. Because of the grinds on my razors. There's definitely, you definitely get that. You can tell, well, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. But you can see it's kind of like a hollow or full hollow. I don't think it's an extra hollow quite yet, but very thick up at the spine. And then as you get to the razor, it's very, very fine. With wedges, you don't really get that like knife on toasted bread sound. It's very muted. Oh yeah. It's a nice shave. One more pass. Add a little bit of water. Stirling can also take its water. You know, Rod and Mandy. I think it's Rod and Mandy. Maybe it's Rod and Mindy. But husband and wife. They've been at this for some time, and they just make good. I mean, they make they make great products at a good price, and great products at a good price. And I would honestly say that Razor Rock's probably good products at a great price. But you also have to remember that, you know, Stirling is giving a bit larger jars, and it all kind of adds in there. All right, so we have a ton of lather left in there. It is what it is. I didn't load that long. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch, but I think I only loaded a couple seconds, right? Like, I don't know, 5 to 7 seconds. My in-laws actually purchased the Roomba for us. in anticipation for the baby. So. My wife will be on maternity leave for several months, and I'll be working. I may have just cut myself right there. We'll see in a second. I may have also just pulled it off in time, but I'm pretty sure I cut myself. No, maybe not. Okay. When I went in to go sideways here, I thought I felt the tip kind of like push in there, but maybe not. And that's a great thing about using natural stones to finish off your straight razor. Not only are they comfortable and smooth, like I've been saying, but it really does feel like when you finish off with a natural stone that there's a bit more forgivefulness and forgivingness. And you're less likely to cut yourself if you do make a mistake. Like I said, we have a ton of lather here. Let's see what we have. Yeah. Definitely another pass, but it is what it is. All right, we'll rinse that off. And yeah, that's going to be the shave, guys. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and put on the aftershave. I was going to wait a little bit and put on some witch hazel and stuff, but we'll go ahead and throw on the aftershave. All right. Stirling, or not Stirling, Stetson. They were both S's, so I went with it. I don't have any big bottles of Stirling aftershave. I do have these small little samples that I purchased. This scent does not go with Weekend in Malibu at all, but boy, does it smell great. A little bit of stinging, not too bad for a straight razor shave. Yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a good end of your week to kick off the weekend, and I hope you're all happy, safe, healthy, for sure. If you made it this long, please click that like button down. Leave me a comment if you have anything to say. My email's down there as well. You can shoot me an email if you have any questions. And if you're not already, subscribe. See you guys next shave.